All right, we're back up. We're back live, and sorry about that, guys. We were having some technical difficulties, but right now the Teutons are still in the lead, 13-3. Peyton Fraze shoots for a 3 and makes it, so the score is now 16-3. Okay, Cooper drives down the side of the court, trying to mess up with Dirksen, but he cannot shake him. 24 goes for a drive and passes that out to 23, who shoots a 2 and makes it, making it 16-5. Okay, Peyton Fraze takes control of the ball. Knowing there's only a minute left, he gives it to Jackson Eddy, who passes it back to Peyton, who shoots another 3 and sinks it in, making it 19-5. Cooper drives down the center of the lane again, getting off 2 ball screens, shooting a 3 and missing it, making Mason Thiessen make another great catch. And he passes that out to Peyton, who gives it back to Mason and shoots a 3, who barely misses it. And number 42, Anthony, gets the rebound, who gives it to Cooper, who takes a fast break, trying to shake Jace, he gives it to 23, who shoots another 2 and misses. Jackson Eddy takes control, and he gets a charge. Sadly, Jackson Eddy gets a charge called against him as he went up for that layup.
Personal foul against Teuton Danny. That's his first, team second. Checking into the game for the Chargers.
Number 24, Bailey, is going to pass it in to number 0 and Cooper. Cooper is slow to bringing up the ball this time. He gets met by Jack Dirksen. Number 42 gets the ball and passes it out to 24, who gives it to 23 again, who tries to get off of Mason Thiessen and could not shake him. He shot for a 2 and missed. The score to end the first quarter is 19-5 Inman. Here we are, about to start the second quarter. And it looks like it is going to be the Teutons' ball. Number 35, Jordan Friesen, will be passing in to Peyton Fraze. Peyton passes it to Jackson. Jackson passes it back to Peyton, who looks at a 3 but gives it to Mason Thiessen, who gives it to Jordan, who gives it to Jack. The ball's in the corner with Eddy, who looks at a 3 but gave it to Peyton instead, who shot a 3, and Jack Dirksen with the rebound. And number 2, Jackson Eddy, goes up. So close, but barely missed one. And number 42, Anthony, with the rebound. And it looks like Jack Dirksen will be getting his first foul.
Personal foul against Teuton's Dirksen. That is his second, team third. Checking in the game for Teuton's Bledsoe.
Cooper passes it in to Bailey, who tries to pass around Peyton but could not. Bailey gets it to number 30, who misses, but number 23 with the rebound, who makes it in. So Mason Thiessen passes it to Peyton Fraze, who gives it to Eddie, who gives it to Mason, who gives it to Peyton. And Mike winds up with it and draws a foul from number 0, Cooper.
First foul against the Chargers here. That is his first, team second.
Number 23, Mike, passes it in to Jackson Eddie, who gives it to Peyton, who gave it to Mason. And Mason tries to drive in but couldn't. Peyton Fraze with the drive, who got fouled. So it looks like the Inman Teutons will be getting the ball.
Personal foul against the Chargers. Schwartz, his first, team third.
Peyton Fraze throws it in to number 2, Jackson Eddie. Jackson gives it to Jordan, who gives it to Mason, who goes up and looks like he will be shooting 2.
Personal foul against the Chargers. Schwartz, his second, team fourth. At the line, shooting 2, Thiessen.
Mason Thiessen lining up his first free throw. Makes it, making the score 20-7. He lines up his second shot. Makes that one just like the first one, making the score 21-7. Number 23 passes it to 24, who seemed to stumble a little bit, and gets Peyton Fraze with the steal and takes it up for another 2. The score is currently 23-7. 24 with the drive. Shoots a 3. Misses. Peyton Fraze with the rebound, but he dropped it. So 23 tried to pick it up, but could not get a hold of it. So the Inman Teutons will be taking control of the ball. Peyton Fraze drives down the center of the court as he gives it to Jackson Eddie. Jordan Friesen winds up with it, who gives it to Mason Thiessen for another 2-pointer and making the score 25-7. Looks like 24 tried to get a good little pass on Jackson Eddie, but could not. So the Teutons took control, and Mason Thiessen with a layup, making the score 27-7. As Cooper gives it to number 42. He shoots a 3, misses. So Peyton Fraze with the rebound, who gives it to 23, Mike Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with a layup, making the score 29-7. Cooper with a wild shot for a 3, misses. So Jackson Eddie gets the rebound, who gives it up to Peyton Fraze, who looks at a 3, but he gives it to Jordan instead, who makes the 3, making the score 32-7. And the Chargers are taking another timeout. All right, welcome back from that interesting little timeout by the Chargers. Looks like it's going to be Chargers ball. Number 3, Dustin, will be passing it in to Cooper. Oh. Looks like the Chargers are trying to sub somebody in, and looks like they cannot. Oh, they didn't have enough players on the floor. That's what the little holdup was about. But they got 5 players now, so I hope they're ready for what the Teuton defense will be like. Number 0, Cooper, drives it down. Who passes it to Jackson Eddy, who goes up for a... As he goes up, the ball gets slapped down by Cooper, but it goes out of bounds for a layup and missed. So we got the layup, and Jackson Eddy passed it down to Peyton, who takes it up, but looks like he got a travel called against him first. Number 23 passes it in to Cooper. Cooper passes it to number 23, who tries to drive it in but could not. So he passed it out to number 1, who fumbled it a little bit trying to pass it back. So Peyton Fraze with the steal, passes it to Jackson Eddy, who gave it to Jace Dirksen, who took it up for another layup, making the score 34-7. Number 23 passed it to number 3, but Jackson Eddy slapped it down. As the ball rolls out of bounds, it looks like it's the Chargers ball instead of the Teutons. Looks like number 0, Cooper, will be passing it in. He passes it to number 42, who tries to drive but couldn't because it got slapped by number 3, Peyton. But the Chargers keep control of the ball. 42 gets the ball again, who gives it to 23, who shoots another one and misses, and Peyton Fraze goes up. Peyton Fraze went up to slap the ball down, and he got a foul called on him instead. So number 30 will be shooting 2 shots. Number 30 made his first free throw, making the score 34-8. Number 30 makes his second one, making the score 34-9. Mason Thiessen passes it in to Peyton Fraze, who gives it back to Mason Thiessen, who shoots a 3, and it barely misses, but Jace grabs it. Jace got the rebound, and a jump ball was called, and it looks like the Chargers get it back yet again. Cooper drives down the center of the court, gets a ball screen from number 42, who shoots it and makes it, but it's only a 2, making the score 34-11. Peyton Fraze gives it to Jace Dirksen, who goes up for a layup and misses. Jackson Eddy gets the rebound and gives it to Mason Thiessen, and they look like the Teutons are fumbling with the ball, and it goes out of bounds, so it looks like it's the Chargers' ball.
In the game, the Teuton, Bledsoe, and for the Chargers, Hughes.
It looks like Mike Bledsoe will be coming in for Mason Carter. Number 24 drives down the court and gives it to 23, who gives it to 42, trying to look in, who passes it to Jackson Eddy, and Jackson Eddy goes all the way and gets fouled on the way there. Looks like he is shooting 2 more.
Personal foul against the Chargers, Hughes. That is his first, team 5th, at the line shooting 2-8.
Jackson Eddy barely misses his first shot. The score is still 34-11. Jackson Eddy shoots his second one and barely misses that one as well. And Mason Thiessen goes up for the ball. But it looks like the Teutons dropped it out of bounds, and then it's another Chargers ball. The score is still 34-11. Number 0 drives it down the center of the court, who gets a ball screen from 42, who gets the pass from number 0 and tries to go up for a layup. But looks like Mason Thiessen fouled him instead.
Personal foul against the Teutons. Thiessen is first, team 5th.
Looks like as the Chargers pass it in, they give it to number 30, who gives it to 23, who shoots a 3 and misses. Number 30 for the Chargers get a rebound, but they drop it because Peyton Fraze. But as Peyton Fraze goes for it, he rolls out of bounds, so it's like another Chargers ball. Number 0 passes it into 42, who gave it to 30, who shot a 3 and made it. And it looks like the score is going to be 34-14. Peyton Fraze looks at a 3, but passes it to Mike Bledsoe, who gives it to Jace, who gives it to Mason, and Mason goes up, but the ball gets slapped from him. So number 42 for the Chargers takes control and gives it to 42. As 24 drives down the center of the lane, he passes out to 30, who gave it to 42, who shot a 3 and missed. So Jackson Eddy with the rebound. As he tried to pass it to Mike Bledsoe, it got slapped out of bounds by the Chargers. So it looks like Inman Teutons will get this ball.
Checking in the game for the Chargers, Hughes.
And it looks like number 3, Dustin Hughes, is subbing in for Bailey Hughes for the Chargers. Looks like Jordan Friesen is coming in for Jake. Number 35, Jordan Friesen, came in for number 1, Jace. As Peyton Fraze passes it in, he shoots a 3 and makes it, making the score 37-14. That is my bad. As number 0 tries to dribble around number 3, Peyton Fraze, he drops it out of bounds, giving it to the Teutons. Jordan Friesen passes it in to Peyton Fraze, who dribbles it down the court and gives it to Mason Thiessen, who gave it to Eddy. And Eddy passes it across the court to Peyton Fraze, who shoots another 3 and makes it, making the score 40-14. Number 3, Dustin, passes it across the court to number 30, who barely misses. And Mason Thiessen with the rebound, who gave it to Mike Bledsoe, who gave it right back. But looks like Mason Thiessen fumbled it a little bit, but Peyton Fraze was able to pick it up. Mason Thiessen gives it back to Peyton, who shoots a 3, barely misses. Mike Bledsoe with the catch. Mason Thiessen gives it out to Jackson Eddy, who gives it back to Mason. And I think they're trying to run out the clock because there is 24 seconds left. Jordan Friesen tries to shoot, missed both times, and as number 3 tries to throw it out of bounds, Peyton Fraze was able to catch it, and now we are just at halftime. Looks like Peyton Fraze shoots a deep 3 and makes it! The score is now 43-14. Peyton Fraze with the deep 3 and making it.
They will be performing to a Schrader, Lily Teuton, and seniors Cameron Merritt and Kennedy Short. We hope you enjoy the performance.
We'll be shooting 2.
Ladies, your music is on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
at Justice this year?
As we get closer to the end of halftime, the Inman Teutons are coming out to loosen up a little bit as they shoot around a little bit. We got like 2 minutes left of halftime, and the Teutons are just relaxing a little bit by shooting around. And it looks like the Chargers are just now coming out. Right, everybody. There's about a minute left of halftime, and it looks like each team are winding down their shots to bring it in so they can start off the third quarter equally strong and mentally ready. But I believe the Inman Teutons are a little bit more focused than the Chargers because we are able to get a 29-point lead on them. All right, it looks like Coach Fraze is ready for the Teutons.
Eddie, Fraze, Thiessen, Bledsoe, and Friesen. For the Chargers, Zier, Woodward, Hughes, Schwartz, and Schmidt.
Looks like it's going to be Inman's ball to start off this half. And it'll be number 2, Jackson Eddy, passing it in to Peyton Fraze. It looks like the ref is talking to a few fans. I don't know if it's good or bad, but... All right. Jackson Eddy passes in to Peyton Fraze. Peyton Fraze is slow to bring it up. I don't know if it's a plan or is he just messing with them. Number 2, Jackson Eddy goes in for a drive, but passes it to Jordan Friesen, who sinks it in, making the score 45-14. Cooper passes it to number 23, who goes in for a drive, but the ball gets slapped. Mason Thiessen recovers it and passes it to number 3, Peyton, who gives it to Jackson Eddy, who goes for a dunk and barely misses. But Jordan Friesen with the rebound and makes it, making the score 47-14. Cooper brings down the ball, passes it to number 24, who drops the ball, and Jordan Friesen tries to go for it, but misses. And it looks like the Chargers are getting this ball. Number 24 passes it in to 23, who gets it back to Cooper. And Cooper comes off a ball screen from number 42, who shoots and makes it, making the score 47-16. Peyton Fraze brings down the ball. He goes in for a drive, but passes it out to Mike. Mike gives it to Jordan, who apparently traveled before he drove in. So it looks like number 24 will be giving it to Cooper, and Cooper will be bringing down the ball. Cooper comes off a ball screen for number 42, but this time when he passes it back to 42, Jackson Eddy takes it and dunks it! Making the score 49-16. Number 24 shoots a three and misses. Jackson Eddy with the rebound. He looks in, but passes it to Mason Thiessen, who gives it to Mike, and Mike goes up, barely misses. Jordan Friesen with the rebound, but the ball gets stopped from him, so the Chargers will take over this ball. Cooper with a deep three, misses. Peyton Fraze with the rebound. Peyton Fraze bringing up the ball. Drives it in on number 24, but passes it to Mason Thiessen, who goes for a dunk, but the ball falls out. Cooper recovers it and drives down, but fumbles it, and Peyton Fraze slapped it out of bounds. So it looks like the Chargers will be getting this out of bounds. Number 42 with a three, misses, gets his own rebound, but looks like Jackson Eddy gets. All right, Peyton Fraze gets the ball, shoots a three, barely misses, but the Teutons recover because Cooper threw it to Mason Thiessen, who gave it to Peyton Fraze. The ball is now with Mike, but Mike turns it over. Number 0, Cooper, finally shoots a three and makes it, making the score 49-19. Peyton Fraze passes it to Jordan, who gave it to Mike, who gave it to Mason. Mason shoots it, and he looks like he got fouled. And it looks like he is shooting his free throws.
Personal foul against the Chargers. Schmidt with first, team first. At the line, shooting 2, Thiessen.
Mason Thiessen will be shooting 2 free throws. Mason Thiessen makes his first one, making the score 50-19. Mason Thiessen lines up his second shot. Goes in, no trouble. So 23 passes it in to Cooper, and Cooper brings up the ball. Cooper passes it to 24, who's wide open for a three, so he shoots it. Airballs it, but 30 recovered it, passed it out to 23, who shot another three and missed it. And Jackson Eddy with the recovery, who gave it to Peyton Fraze, who's going all the way in and makes it, making the score 53-19. Cooper brings up the ball slowly, getting off the ball reversal from number 24. He gives it to 42, who bounces it off of Peyton Fraze's leg, and it goes out of bounds. The Chargers are set up to do another out-of-bounds play. Number 42 passes it across the court to give it to 30, who shot a three and made it, making the score 53-22. And looks like Mason Thiessen went up for another shot and got fouled. But he does not seem to be lining up for a free throw, so the Teutons will be doing an out of bounds. Peyton Fraze passes it in to Jackson Eddy, who makes another layup, making the score 55-22. Cooper passes it to number 52, who looks at a three but gives it to 24 instead, who gives it to 30, who shoots a three and hits the rim but bounces out. Mason Carter with the recovery, who gave it to Peyton Fraze, who gave it to Jack Dirksen, who made his layup, making the score 57-22. Looks like Jack Dirksen and Peyton Fraze will be trapping number 0. He turned over the ball. Jack Dirksen with another layup, making the score 59-22. 42 brings up the ball and gets fouled by Peyton Fraze. Chargers will get the ball out of bounds. And number 3 passes it across the court to number 42, who lines up for a 3 but misses. Tries to pass it around, but fumbles it. And Jackson Eddy with the recovery, who gives it to Mason Thiessen, who gives it to Peyton, who goes up for a layup and makes it, making the score 61-22. Number 42 passes it in to Cooper, and Cooper is slowly bringing up the ball. He lines up for a 3, but passes it away to 52, who shoots the 3, with Jackson Eddy getting the rebound, giving it to Peyton, who gives it to Jack. Jack looked for a layup, but he could not do it. So he gives it back to Peyton Fraze, who goes up for the layup, barely misses. Mason Thiessen with the rebound, and finally makes it in, making the score 63-22. Cooper passes it to 42. Before he can shoot, the coach called a timeout. Looks like the score of this half in the end of the third quarter is 63-22, and Inman is in the lead. To the end of this timeout, the Teutons seem ready for the rest of this game, and the Chargers seem to not be as focused as the Teutons. And it'll be number 42, Anthony, passing it in. He gives it to Cooper, and Cooper gives it back. He lines up for a 3, but does not shoot it, so he gives it to 23, who lined up for another 3, but gave it to 52 instead, who seems to be having trouble, so he sets a ball screen for 42. 42 goes up for a layup, but it gets slapped down, so 3 recovers it. 3 passes that out to 23. Number 3 gets it back, shoots, scores 2, and it looks like this score will be 63-24. Peyton Fraze gives it to Mason Thiessen, who goes up, misses, but gets his own rebound and gave it to Jackson Eddy, who gave it to Peyton Fraze, who goes up for a layup and makes it in, making the score 65-24. Cooper was getting blocked by Jerkson, who couldn't seem to do the job, so Cooper passed it to number 52, who shot 2, making the score 65-26. Peyton Fraze brings down the ball, gives it to Jackson Eddy, who gives it to Jack Dirksen, who gives it back to Peyton. And then Jackson Eddy takes the ball in the corner and gives it to Jack, who passes it straight to Fraze, who gives it to Mason Thiessen for a layup. And Mason Thiessen scoring yet again, making the score 67-26. As Cooper brings down the ball, he's met with the Teuton defense, so he had to pass it out. Number 23 shot, missed, and Jack Dirksen with the recovery. 23 tried to go for a steal, but Peyton Fraze gets it, goes up for a layup, scores again, making the score 69-26. Cooper brings down the ball and gets a ball screen from number 52, but he passes it to number 42, who gives it back to 52, and gives it to 23, who passes it to Jackson Eddy, and Jackson Eddy goes all the way for another layup, making the score 71-26. As Cooper brings down the ball, he is met with Mason Thiessen, so he passes it away, but Jace Dirksen was there, and Peyton Frey shoots another deep three and makes another one, making the score 74-26. Peyton Frey's making another deep three was a great way to end the third quarter. And as we go in, starting the fourth quarter, the score is 74-26. Looks like we brought in a few of our JV lineup. And it looks like it's going to be Chargers ball. Cooper brings it down the court, who passes it after his ball screen from number 24, passes it to 30, who brings it out and gives it to 42, who looks for a three, but could not do it. So he passes it to 24, who barely missed, getting called out of bounds. Jace with the recovery, passing it to Colby. Colby brings it down the court. He is looking for someone. So Kyler Conrad comes around, gets the ball, gives it back to Colby, who gives it to Jordan, who looks at a three. Looks like Jace gets the ball and gives it back to Colby, who gives it to Jace and Conrady. And Jordan drives down the baseline, goes for a layup, misses. Mason Carter gets the recovery and scores, making the score 76-26. Cooper brings down the ball slowly, getting off the ball screen from number 42, who lines up for a three. He shoots, misses wildly, it's out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Teuton ball. Colby Blank will be passing it in to number 1, Jace Dirksen. And Jace drives down the center of the court. He passes it out to Colby, who gives it to Conrady, who gives it to Mason Carter, who drives around, barely misses. Number 42 with the rebound. Number 42 with the rebound, but drops it. Mason Carter gives it out to Conrady. Conrady goes up for a layup, makes it, and get fouled. Making the score 78-26, and Conrady is shooting his free throws. Conrady misses his free throw, but he gets the rebound. Conrady passes it to Jordan and gives it to Jace. Jace drives down, gets slapped by 42, and number 24 takes it down for the Chargers. Lines up for three, but passes it to 42, who gives it back to Cooper, and Cooper shoots a three and makes it, making the score 78-29. Conrady drives down, gives it to Jace, who's wide open, shoots the layup, but misses. Number 42 gets the rebound, who gives it to Cooper, and Cooper drives down. Shoots another three, misses. 52 this time with the rebound, shoots, misses, and Colby Blank with the rebound. Colby gives it to Conrady, Conradi gives it back to Colby, but Cooper stole the ball and starts driving down. And it looks like Colby Blank fouled number 0. It ended number 24, who gives it back to 42, who is looking at a 3, but instead gives it to Cooper. And Cooper goes off the ball screen from 24 and shoots a 3, barely misses, and looks like the Chargers will recover, but number 24 passes it to Colby, who goes up for a layup but does not finish, so he goes out to the corner. 24 reaching wildly, but Colby passes it to Mason Carter, who drives and scores, making the score 78-29. And he drew a foul, so he will be shooting 1-and-1 for free throws. Mason Carter lines up for his 1-and-1 free throw. He shoots, barely misses. Jack Dirksen with the rebound, who gives it to Colby. Colby passes it out to Conradi, who gives it to Mason Thiessen yet again. Or Mason Carter. That was my bad. Who gives it out to Jace. And Conradi with the ball, who gives it back to Jace. Jace drives. Jace shoots, barely misses. And it looks like Jace will be shooting 2 free throws. Jace shoots his first free throw and makes it with ease, making the score 81-29. Jace shoots his second free throw, makes it in with ease, and it looks like the Chargers will be subbing out some of their players. The score is currently 82-29. Number 24 brings it down the court. He is met by the Teuton defense, so he passes it out to number 52, who goes off a ball screen from 24 and gives it back to him. And 24 fumbles up with the ball, so Kyler Conradi goes for the recovery, but misses it, and it looks like the Chargers will be getting an out-of-bounds ball. 52 passes it in to 24, who shoots a deep 3, misses, and Jack Dirksen with the rebound, who brings it up slowly. And it is fourth quarter, not third. That is our bad. Jace Dirksen with the ball. He gives it to Colby, who gives it to Mason Carter, who goes up and barely misses one. 24 goes down the court for the Chargers, tries to shoot a layup, but passes it out to 10, who shoots a 3, misses. 10 with the rebound, gives it to 23, who gives it back to 10. 10 shoots another one, misses, and this time Jace with the rebound. He brings it up slowly. And Jace gives it to his older brother Jack. And it looks like the Teutons will win this game with a score of 82-29. Jack gave it to Colby, who gives it back to Jack, who holds it at the top. and you guys should take a listen to the crowd because they are cheering wildly as the Teutons remain undefeated.
82. Burrton, 29.
The Teutons are currently 7-0. Thank you guys for listening in. This has been the IBN Network, and Inman Teutons won with a score of 82-29 against the Burrton Chargers. Thank you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed.